welcome to the kitchen. Okay, so I had a baggie of some frozen bananas that I thought, I know they don't look appealing. I'm gonna mash them. I wanted to make a, mine sour cream banana bread for something different for breakfast instead of these oatmeal bakes all the time that they just seem to love. So I did 1/3 a cup of butter inside my KitchenAid. And I only have this little piece left, you know, with baking, it's all precise, but I'm throwing it in. Okay, 1/3 cup of butter is in there, and then I added 1 1/4 cup of white sugar. That's all I did before I decided to turn on the camera. I'm going to take the back of my fork and I'm going to mash my bananas really, really well. If you have extra bananas at home and you don't think that you're going to get to them, you know, a lot of people don't like the appeal, no pun intended, of bananas when they get darker. You can just cut that into half pieces. I always try to do it so that it equals out to 2 bananas. I think this one's a little bit more than that. Close to like 4 bananas is in this bowl that I'm just, as you can see, I'm just taking the back of my fork and I'm just smashing it. And we're going to make my sour cream banana bread for breakfast. So just smashing that. Because I had to thaw it out some. And if it's not exactly 4 bananas, it's fine. Okay, good enough. Let me get my attachment for the KitchenAid. You could mix this completely by hand, but I'm not going to because I don't want to fuss with it because it's going to take an hour in the oven on 325, okay? So the sugar and the butter, we are going to start creaming together. In the meantime, I wanted to get out my sour cream that they buried in the back. So this is the butter and the sugar. We're just kind of not exactly creaming it. We're just mixing it in pretty good. Like I said, you could do this by hand. I'm not going to. And then we're going to start incorporating 2 eggs. You can do this in muffin pans if you like, to make it easier to eat. I didn't feel like pulling all that out. I have to look for the muffin tins first. I am just going to use a regular loaf pan. So going in with 2 eggs. Normally, I'm always telling you is crack it in a separate bowl. But I'm going to try to be very, very careful. Kind of in a rush, didn't eat breakfast, and I want to get this going. So we're going to start mixing in the eggs. Then it'll be the bananas, and then it'll be the sour cream. We need vanilla. Going in with a teaspoon of vanilla. That's fresh eggs from today. That's the vanilla. I don't know, can you see this gorgeous color? It looks amazing. I'm going to have to scrape the bowl down at least once, if you see that. Just a little bit, not a lot, but I saw that the vanilla some of the sugar was on the side of the bowl. So, let's mix. Okay, now I want to go in with my sour cream, which is a cup of sour cream. So let me grab a 1 cup. I want to make the least amount of dishes. I'm a busy bee today. Let me see, should I put my bananas in first? Sour cream, mashed bananas. Okay. Now, the trick not to have a dense banana bread is to not mix it very long once you have that flour in, or you will most definitely, let me move you back so you can actually see, hopefully, everything. Let me put the eggs back. Hold on. Let me get situated here. And I'm going to go in with 1 cup. So yeah, as I was saying, don't overmix once the flour's in, because then you get a super dense banana bread. The sour cream makes it really, really moist and delicious. So don't overbeat. And I am trying to measure exactly 1 cup of sour cream. There's the 1 cup of sour cream. Now we're going to go in with that. Get it all in there. Trying to get it all out of the cup. Okay, then we're going to start mixing that in. Meantime, I'm going to put the eggs back, my sour cream back. Looks good. Okay. Now I already did the vanilla extract, and now I'm going to go in with the bananas. So like I said, if you have extra bananas, you don't think you're going to get to them, throw them in the freezer. I could have actually used a little bit more. This recipe is for 4 bananas, and I think that's like 3, to be really honest with you. We're going to start mixing that in. I make my banana breads a little bit different each time. I'm going to go in this time with a teaspoon of cinnamon. You can omit it if you want. You can get this little. So we're just letting that mix. If you don't want that much, you can do a half a teaspoon. That would be fine. Which is about what I'm going to do. Move it down low so your cinnamon doesn't fly everywhere. Because like I said, you can mix it to your little heart's content right now. Once the flour goes in, you can't do that. Can't overmix. Okay, so I put the cinnamon in, and we're going to need to do 2½ cups of all-purpose flour. Hopefully, I have 2½ cups of flour left in my container upstairs, so I don't have to run downstairs. So we need, let me take my labels out. We need 2½ cups. So let me get another cup out, because I used it for sour cream. So this is a half a cup. Let me see. Just so many different cups on this drawer. It drives me crazy. Okay. Just take your finger, go over. And we're going to put the 1 cup in right now. Maybe I'll get lucky and have exactly 2 cups in here. Well, exactly for this recipe, and then I will refill it up later on. 2. And then a half a cup. There we go. There's the flour. Now, I'm going to put this back. If you want to stop things from flying all over, you can always put a towel over top of it. But before I go any further, I also want to add in my 2 teaspoons of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt. So, 1 teaspoon. So I need 2 teaspoons of baking soda, not baking powder. That's definitely not enough. This little flap in my way. Okay. And then we just need half a teaspoon of salt. There's always salt in baked goods, even in bread, because if not, then it doesn't taste very good. Okay, you can add nuts. That's optional for you. No nuts here in this house. I am going to put this towel over top of the KitchenAid so it doesn't make a humongous mess. And let's start mixing it. Okay. I like to turn it off and on. If you have the shield, that's great. Just so it comes kind of all together and I'll have to end up scraping. There we go. I'm going to scrape it down once, give it another quick mix, and that is it. It's very quick. Sour cream banana bread to pull together, but no over mixing. Ready? Done. And there you have it. Let me see. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I did. Okay. I'm using Jean's pan, so I'm going to preheat the oven to 325. I'm going to do that right now and get that preheating. And let me show you the pan. It's a little bit of a deeper one, I think. Right here, it's a Pyrex. We'll see how much fits in here. If I think it's going to overflow, well, then I might leave some off to the side for some muffins. But I'm just going to spray the pan with some ham baking. But I don't like to have a lot of that in my pan. So what I always do is I take a paper towel and I just go over it, rub it in, and take out any of the excess. Like that. Voila. Pretty quick, right? Okay. I'm going to slide you back a hair, and we're going to start pouring that into the pan. We'll see how full it starts looking. And just scrape the bottom. Make sure everything is incorporated before I take off the beater. So, quick for breakfast. You can make it into muffins. You can make it into a loaf like I am, because I wanted to use up some frozen bananas. Okay, I am just gonna put a paper plate underneath that so it doesn't drip, because I'm not going to take the beater off just yet. Okay, and now look at that gloriousness. Let me see if I can make sure you can see. Like I said, this pan here is slightly deeper. So it is going to have to be in that oven for a good hour. I'm going to take my chances and put the rest in, and then I'll just set it on a cookie sheet, piece of parchment paper just in case. I don't think it's going to overflow, but you can get 2 out of this. But this is the only one that I can find, and that is pretty full. Oh my gosh, the taste is so yummy. So there it is. I'm going to put it in the oven, 325. As soon as this is preheating right now. Put it in the oven, 325 for an hour. Just check it by sticking a toothpick in the middle. Don't overdo it. And I'll bring you back and show you what that looks like. Okay, friends, so you know how I say we always keep everything real on this channel? I had it on that middle rack, and it has gotten a little bit brown. It is rising up pretty good, so I don't know. Let me see if I can get closer. I'm not sure if I should quickly go down that basement and try to find another pan, or just take my chances, because I have that pan underneath of it. But it's definitely a deeper Pyrex, like loaf pan. I know that for a fact. But you could get 2 out of this, so I'm not sure. But that's what it's looking like right now. And if it goes up any higher, I think I'm just going to go down and get another pan. But just wanted to show you. Be careful. Okay, it is what it is. So far, it's looking okay. So I just wanted to hop back on and tell you very quickly the ingredients. 1/3 cup of butter, 1 1/4 cup of white sugar, 2 eggs, 4 very ripe bananas. I think I had 3. Don't forget mine were in the freezer, so I thawed them. 1 cup of sour cream, teaspoon vanilla extract, 2½ cups of all-purpose flour, teaspoon of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and nuts are optional. 325 for 1 hour. I will leave the recipe down in the description box, but I took another peek And it looks okay. So the timer's set. I was late a couple minutes by setting the timer because I cleaned up the dishes and everything. And now we're just going to wait for that to come out of the oven. And I will bring you back and show you what my sour cream banana bread looks like. It also might be weird maybe to some people, like, oh, that's a fall thing. I don't think so. I think it makes for a great breakfast, and that's why I'm making it. Plus, it's just delicious to eat all year long. Now, if it was pumpkin, well, yeah, I might think like, okay, why are you making, like, I don't know, pumpkin bread in the summer? But I have some pumpkin that I have to make pumpkin muffins out of, so I'm also trying to use some stuff up. So it's whatever you like. I like banana bread, and this banana bread is amazing. You will love it. Anyway, I'll bring you back when it comes out of the oven. Okay, so here it is, friends, out of the oven. It is not cool enough. I don't know. I don't want it to fall apart, or I would cut a slice and show you the inside. Yeah, let me get a paper plate. Okay, I didn't put it on a paper plate. I put it on a paper towel. There it is. Look at that. It's still steaming. It's moist and delicious. So, that is my sour cream banana bread. I'm going to sit down and eat this. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Give it a try. It didn't overflow. Just right here got like a little hole, but that's not the end of the world. Next time, you know, because I just kind of wasn't in the mood, I would probably do it in muffin tins because it would just be easier for me to eat. But it looks glorious. It looks really good. And I'll show you the inside again. It's nice, moist, and delicious. So I'm going to sit down and I'm going to eat this piece. And, yeah, my mouth's watering. Love yous all. Like, subscribe. Let me know if you make this banana bread, and I'm going to go enjoy this. So, I love you all. I will see you on the next video, friends. Bye-bye.